channels basics. Channel basics. So what about channels? Channels basics are grayscale images that store different types of information. And color information, by the way, channels are created automatically when you open a new image. And the image's color mode determines the number of color channels created. For example, RGB image has a channel for each color, by the way, red and green and blue, and plus a composite channel used for editing the image. And alpha channels store selections as grayscale images, by the way, and you can add alpha channels to create and store masks, which is let you manipulate or protect parts of an image. And also you have to spot color channels specify additional plates for printing with spot color inks. And also an image can have up to 56 channels, and all new channels have the same dimensions and number of pixels as the original image. And the file size required for a channel depends on the pixel information in the channel and certain file formats, including TIFF and Photoshop formats, and compress channel information and can save space. And the size of an uncompressed file, including alpha channels and layers, and appears as the rightmost value in the status bar at the bottom of the window when you choose document sizes from the pop-up menu. Note and be careful here please now. As long as you save a file in a format supporting the image's color mode, the color channels, by the way, are preserved. And the alpha channels are preserved only when you save a file in Photoshop like PDF or GIF or PSP, or raw formats like DCS 2.0 format preserves only spot channels, by the way, and the saving in other formats may cause the channel information to be discarded. A channels panel overview. What a channels panel overview? By the way, the channels panel lists all channels in the image and composite channels first for RGB or CMYK and lab images, and a thumbnail of the channel's contents appears to the left of the channel name, and the thumbnail is automatically updated as you edit the channel. Like this screenshot now. A and B and C. A channel types. A is meaning color channels, and B is meaning spot channels, and C is meaning alpha channels. How to display the channels panel? How to display the channels panel in Photoshop? You should choose Windows, then choose channels. And how to resize the hide a channel thumbnail? How to resize or hide a channel thumbnail? You should choose panel options from the channels panel menu. Then click a thumbnail size or click none to turn off the display of thumbnails. And viewing thumbnails is a convenient way of tracking channel contents. However, turning off the display of thumbnails can improve performance by the way. How to show or hide a channel? How to show or hide a channel? You can use the channels panel to view any combination of channels in the document window. For example, you can view an alpha channel and the composite channel together to see how changes made in the alpha channel relate to the entire image. And then click in the I column next to the channel to show or hide that channel, by the way. And then click the composite channel to view all default color channels. And the composite channel is displayed whenever all the color channels are visible. And to show or hide multiple channels, drag through the I column in the channels panel. How to show color channels in color? Again, how to show color channels in color? Individual channels, by the way, are displayed in grayscale like RGB or CMYK or lab images, and you can view the individual channels in color and in the lab images, and only the A and B channels appear in color. And if more than one channel is active, the channels, by the way, always appear in color. And you can also change the default to show the individual color channels in color. And when a channel is visible in the image, an eye icon appears to its left in the panel, like in Windows, choose Edit, then choose Preferences, then choose Interface. And if you use Mac operating system, you should choose Photoshop, then choose Preferences, then choose Interface. And then select Show channels in color and then click OK. How to select and edit channels? How to select and edit any channels? You can select you can select one or more channels in the channels panel, and the names of all selected or active channels are highlighted, by the way, like this screenshot now, this picture. A and P and C and D, selecting multiple channels. ASC meaning not visible or editable, and BSC meaning visible but not selected for editing. CSC meaning selected for viewing and editing. DSC meaning selected for editing but not viewing. To select a channel, click the channel name, then shift click to select or deselect multiple channels. If you'd like to select or deselect, shift click to select or deselect multiple channels. To edit a channel, select it and then use a painting or editing tool to paint in the image, and you can paint on only one channel at a time, and paint with white to add the selected channel's color at 100% intensity, and paint with a value of gray to add the channel's color at a lower intensity, and paint with black to fully remove the channel's color. How to rearrange and rename alpha and spot channels. Rearrange and rename alpha and spot channels. By the way, you can move alpha or spot channels above the default color channels only if the image is in multi-channel mode, and image, then select mode, then select multi-channel. And to change the order of alpha or spot channels, drag the channel up or down in the channels panel. Then when a line appears in the position you want, release the mouse button. Note and be careful, spot colors, by the way, are overprinted in the order of their appearance from top to bottom in the channels panel. And to rename an alpha or spot channel, double click the channel's name in the channels panel and enter a new name. How to delete a channel. How to delete a channel. You may want to delete spot or alpha channels you no longer need before saving an image, and complex alpha channels can substantially increase the disk space required for an image. And in Photoshop, select the channel in the channels panel to do the following. Alt click if you use Windows, or Option click if you use macOS to delete icon. Then drag the channel name in the panel to the delete icon. Then choose delete a channel from the channels panel menu. Then click the delete icon at the bottom of the panel and then click yes. Note and be careful, when you delete a color channel from a file with layer, visible layers, by the way, are flattened and hidden layers are discarded. This is done because removing a color channel converts and the image to multi-channel mode, which doesn't support layers. An image isn't flattened, by the way, when you delete an alpha channel and a spot channel or a quick mask.